What's happening? Once again, it's Emery. Anytime photos, sometimes videos. And guess what time it is? This is a video. A live video. You know, that's what we do here.
For all your photo needs, when you want, anytime you want. Anytime photos and sometimes videos. Sometimes videos.
So what's happening? What's going on, everybody? Good midday, hump day to you all. And to you all, hi. So, first of all, let me turn my doggone headphones down because I'm screaming at myself. So here we are on this fabulous Wednesday. And we got a couple of things to bring to you. A couple of things that are fun, a couple of things that are still fun, but maybe not as fun as the other things. But let's see. Where do we start? Well, first of all, I'm just going to go ahead and do this for maybe not right now. Yeah, we're on the main. So I don't know why, but yeah, we'll go right here. I like that. So let's go ahead and open that up right now. What do you say? There's a phone number as we go along. If you feel like calling in or whatever, feel free to do so. The number is 334-245-3617. I'll be happy to oblige. So let's see, what should we start with? Should we start with what's crack-a-lackin' in the news-a-lackin', or updating the shmupdatums? I think we'll go with the news, because that's just what I feel like. So let's see. Let's go with, yeah, why not? So I found this pretty interesting because if some of you watched Straight Talk with myself and Anthony, which comes on Monday nights at 7 right here on Facebook. It's a talk show where we discuss subject material that you would be interested in, or as we think would be interested in. It has 3 segments: Meet the Artist, Alabama Talk, and Round the World. So that's at 7 o'clock on Mondays. But with that said, we had a candidate for county commissioner on a couple of episodes ago, and he brought up a subject that I thought was rather interesting, especially since he mentioned that he bought 15 acres. I'm gonna leave it there with that, but let's just check this out. So yeah, so Alabama's medical marijuana plan faces first hurdle. Hurdle, you say? Well, it's probably not that big of a deal. See, the plan to legalize it and regulate medical marijuana from seed to sale in Alabama faces its first big hurdle today. Let's see, the Senate Judiciary Committee will have a public hearing on the bill by Senator Tim Melson, Republican from Florence, that would make Alabama the 34th state to allow cannabis products for medical purposes. Senator Cam Ward, Republican from Alabaster, the chairman for the committee, said he expects testimony from those against it and for it, so on and so forth. The committee approval would put the bill in line to vote by the Senate. Now, the committee approved a similar bill last year, but the House of Representatives shot it down. Crash and burn. Melson, an anesthesiologist and medical researcher, said the research and experience in other states supports allowing medical cannabis products as an option for patients suffering from chronic pain, seizures, nausea, muscle spasms, and other debilitating symptoms of about 16 medical conditions listed on the bill. So we're at it again, people. Alabama is desperately trying to get it legalized. If we do it, we'll be number 34. A medical cannabis study commission made up of doctors, lawyers, and other professionals held a series of meetings last year. 15 members, 12 to 3 vote for. And 2 of the people who voted against were the state health officer, was a Dr. Scott Harris, and the Attorney General, Steve Marshall. He urged lawmakers not to pass it. So I don't know where you're at on that. Frankly, myself, let's see. It is what it is. It's not what it's not, and it won't be what it won't be, and it will be what we say it's going to be, and eventually it's going to be just that. So we might as well jump on the bandwagon and get what we can out of it, because it's, in my opinion, it's just like prohibition in the 1920s. It was illegal to drink it. We drank it, and we legalized it, and now we tax the living he double hockey sticks out of it. So I imagine that's what's going to happen with this as well. Now, there's lots of arguments on both sides of the fence. Personally, it's neither here nor there as far as I'm concerned, because I neither have a need, a desire, or an interest in it myself. But those around me seems to be a hot topic, because if they wish to partake, but obviously nobody does because it's illegal. But if they wish to partake, they can't because of that reason. But I think there's a large majority that it's just because they just want to, and it'd be cool if it was legal. And because they have cataracts, yeah, and other various things. Now myself, I've suffered from seizures from head injury from the military, but oh, hang on a second. Hello, this is Emery. Welcome to Anytime Photos, Sometimes Videos. Hello, is anybody there?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on, man?
This call-in show?
This is the call-in show.
Hey, just trying to see what's your thought about what you were talking about, the legalization of it?
Yeah, the legalization of it. Well, I don't know if you caught the news, but they're trying to get it voted through once again. Today they're having, they're getting people to come in and give their opinion and see how the Senate's going to sway on that. Because, last year they did it, but the House of Representatives shot it down. So, I don't know. What do you think about that?
Has the House of Representatives changed? I mean, has the number of Republican versus Democrat, has that changed since last year? You think they still have the popular vote?
Well, that's a tricky question, because this subject can go either way, regardless of what side of the fence you're on as far as Republican or Democrat. But I think there's a strong enough push this go around. I believe it's got, we'll see, I'll give it a 70-30 chance of making it. No, you know what? I'll do you one better than that. 75% to 25% of going through. What do you say?
Oh, okay. I think that's good numbers.
You feel like it's going to go that direction?
Well, I think so.
So, I don't know how much you know about other states and what they do with it. Do you think Alabama is going to tax the living Hades out of it, or what?
Well, yeah, anytime Alabama gets a chance to make some money, they're going to do that.
Well, can you blame them? Well, sure we can, because they're politicians.
Yes, they're supposed to be for the people, but
Well, like I was saying before, I compare it to prohibition. Used to be a time when we couldn't drink alcohol. It was illegal. We did it anyway, in the speakeasies and everywhere else. But they ended up being legalized, and now there's a heavy tax on it. But as long as the taxes are split up and used for the improvement of, I don't know, education for one, because if you remember, because I know you watch Straight Talk, I know you have, and
oh yeah, I've seen that show.
Yeah, that's a pretty dang good show. A couple of handsome fellas on there, I think. But if you watch that, then you know that we've had a couple of politicians. Oh, I mean, excuse me. What is it? Public servants or servants of the people, whatever it goes. Looking out for the best.
They're working for for the people.
Working for the people, working for the people. So, do you think the legalization of weed is going to be, excuse me, of medical marijuana is going to be good for the people?
Well, I mean, anytime the people are supposed to do what they want to do anyway. I mean, who are we to say what you can and what you can't do? Is either hurting anybody? I mean, this plant hurting anyone? How is it causing issues in society in a negative way?
Well, there's the arguments, goes both sides of the fence. I mean, if I don't give my personal opinion, I'm gonna compare it to alcohol every time. And there's a place and time for everything, as my little saying goes. There's a right time and there's a wrong time. And if you're responsible enough an adult to utilize at the right time, and I mean, it's all natural, right? It's organic.
I agree.
So,
That sounds good.
we'll see what happens, man. Hey, I appreciate you calling in.
All right, appreciate you. Keep it up, man.
Hey, man, and don't forget, Monday night, 7 o'clock, Straight Talk. Be there, be square. No ice, no chase.
I got you, brother.
All right, talk to you later. Bye. Well, how about that? That was a first call for the day. So let's, we'll use that to kind of move on along. If I can see my screen way the heck over there. Oh, hi, it's just plain old me here. That's what I'm looking for. There we go. So, back to the main screen. Thanks for caller for calling in, because that's what callers do. They call in. I answer those call-ins, and we appreciate it. And I want to give a big shout out. Thank you to AL.com for that news report. I piggybacked on that one, and it is what it is. But I appreciate it. So there's that. Now let's move right along to let's go with, let's see. Oh yeah. So here's an interesting situation. So some of you may be familiar with the company Waiter. Well, it's a food delivery service. Well, guess what? They're laying off like 490 drivers here in Alabama. So apparently the company, as the way I understand it, is kind of restructuring a little bit. Let's see, they're Louisiana based, and they filed federal Warrant Act notice that it plans to lay off a total of 2,300 delivery drivers effective April 8th, which most being in Waiter's home state, which is Louisiana. Waiter's drivers are currently hourly employees. They're hourly. So they're going to go to contract. Amy BNA, Waiter's Vice President of Human Resources, said in February 3rd letter to Louisiana officials that layoffs are happening to company drivers in all markets nationwide. It is anticipated this will be a permanent layoff. So it's going to be a permanent layoff. They're anticipating, therefore, they're up into it. It will be. So they're going to contract. So if you're a driver and don't know this, guess what? You're about to be undriven. But you would give the option to stay aboard, as they say. Let's see. You'll be able to give. You'll have the opportunity to stay on the job, but only as an independent contractor. Now I don't know what those guidelines are, but I'm sure they will be interesting. Some of you who are familiar with Waiter, they serve about 700 small to mid-sized cities across the U.S., including Montgomery, Birmingham, Hoover, Huntsville, and Mobile, as well as Auburn University and the University of Alabama. They service those areas currently. Now, I have used Waiter quite a bit, but I will say that I'm a little bit irritated with Waiter myself because they haven't been helping me out as of late, because I don't know, they went through and decided what banks and what cards or whatever they will accept or not accept or process or whatever the proper word you want to use for it. And mine was working fine for the longest time, then all of a sudden, bam, bam, bam. Hungry, wanted to order, couldn't do it because they changed their banking policy or structure they use or who's approved, and they weren't currently have not gotten around to mine. So it wasn't approved at the time. And then I've done it again and it worked, and then another time it hasn't worked. So it's been rather irritating. So me, I have hopped over to Uber Eats, plugging that one against, because nobody is sponsoring me for any of this. But I've used Uber Eats, and I've used another one around here. I can't think of the name over the top of my head. But I tell you who's always been faithful, and that's Domino's Delivery. Domino's, that's a shout out to you, buddy. Love you. But anyway, you've never failed me. Waiter sure is convenient, though. So is Uber Eats. But Domino's, you're convenient as well. Love those, what is it? Those sandwiches y'all got. Those are fabulous. So anyway, let's move on from there. So how about this? This one's kind of interesting. Dun 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 dun. 2,000-pound great white shark now off the coast of Pensacola. 2,000 pounds of shark. Good thing it's wintertime and nobody's floating around the water in the Gulf right about now, because there's a 2,000-pound great white shark going, licking his lips and saying, I love me some Florida coast food. Just think. Could be you. Could be you. It's not me, because I ain't going. But check this out. Research group OSearch said the 15-foot, 5-inch, that's not 15 foot and 5 inches worth of shark pinged South Pensacola Beach, Florida at 11:09 a.m. on February 15th. He pinged, or she pinged. Pinged? Oh, so the shark's name is Unamaki, something like that. I probably butchered it. Weighing in at 2,076 pounds, this great white shark continuing her tour. So I found that quite interesting, because Unamaki was tagged for the first time on September 20th in 2019. Guess where? Do 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 do. Oh no, that was not right. Yes, right. Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia. It was where this sucker was tagged in September. Now it's February, and she's in the Gulf. He's in the Gulf. Whatever. It's in the Gulf. It's a freaking it with teeth. And a ton worth of skin-eating machine with teeth. Lots of them. And they grow back. She had previously pinged in the Gulf of Mexico, about 100 miles away from Panama City Beach. So, Unamaki is pinging like a summer gun. That little pingmeister there. I don't know if that's an actual picture of her, him, it, that, whatever. But there you have it. Pensacola, beware. Jaws' third cousin, twice removed, is Unamaki, and passing through your backyard or front yard, depending which way your house is facing. So jump in your boats and go the other direction, because I would never encourage going and seeking her, him, it out and see if you could spot it. But anyway, it's pinging. My internet pings. Shark pings. So that means various other tagged animals ping. That sounds very pinging. There's an awful lot of pinging going on out there, and somebody sitting around and monitoring this is cool. So I wonder how many things pass by Pensacola pinging, and I wonder what the ping sounds like. I mean, is it like a ping, or is it like Monty Python's on a boom bing? The machine that goes bing. I don't know. I'll have to investigate this and get back to you on that one. But that's what I've got for that. So so there we have it. A little round the way. Back to the main feed. We got sharks in the Gulf. Oh no, excuse me. Man-eating great white, 2,000-pound, full of teeth shark in the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. We've got the potential legalization of weed. Excuse me, medical marijuana. As well as waiter laying off some drivers. Well, I guess you're becoming an independent contractor. I wonder how that's going to affect the prices. I don't know. I'll have to wait and see on that one. But as for me, mine, and all of this stuff, so check it out. I guess you're waiting for those updates, right? Just give me a north or south or east or west. It doesn't matter. Updates are, stay tuned for Straight Talk. Monday nights at 7. This Monday we have Bella Cash. Check her out on Facebook. Her name is Bella, Bella, Cash, Kash. Send her a friend's request. Check out her page. She's going to be our artist that's going to be on. She's a special artist. She doesn't paint. She doesn't draw. And she is currently struggling at Esquire. Yeah, well, yeah, anyway, we'll leave that one alone. Horseback riding is not her thing right now. But being a contortionist and teaching dance classes and got a couple of productions going on. Had auditions here recently. She is a local. She is a superhero for the community. And she looks like a superhero when she's doing it. I know because I've seen a few of her pictures. And I've been to her class before. She's a proponent of stretching. I believe her eldest student was 84, I believe. Correct me, Bella, if I'm wrong. But anyway, she will give a live demonstration of what she can do. And people, it's Bendy. She is the leader of the Bendy gang. So just let you know. But she works with a lot of children in the neighborhood, in the community. Like I said, she's a superhero for the community, and that's the way we're going to celebrate it. She's fantastic what she does. She's smart. Monday night at 7 o'clock. Come support Bella. It's Bella Cash. Also, you can check her out on Instagram at theylove_Bella Cash. And that's with a K on Cash, by the way. That is what is going on because that takes up a lot of time preparing for that. So come check us out. We'd like for you to. And you can mosey on over to YouTube if you want. They're also cross-posting there, along with posting anything else fun and exciting. So yeah, I think that will about do. Might as well throw this out there. Sure would like somebody who has some skill in broadcasting, or at least skill in like maybe editing, like video editing, that sort of thing, who would like to get into some live broadcasting or some broadcasting, because we need a producer of sorts. That would be awesome, as we go along, and we hope really improve, whether it is just as a hobby or you just want to learn or whatever. Contact me right here on Facebook or wherever. If you're on Periscope, then it just doesn't apply to you unless you're in my area. If you're on YouTube, then I guess this doesn't apply to you either unless you're in my area. So anyway, share this link, Facebook, share it around. Appreciate it. It helps me out. It helps me to help you. So help yourself by helping me. That works, doesn't it? So do me a favor. Click like. Click follow this page. Ring that bell on YouTube. Ding, ding. Leave a comment. Subscribe. All that kind of good stuff. We love you. And once again, this is Emery. Anytime photos. Sometimes videos. And this is one of those sometimes, because this has been a live video right here for you, from me to you. Now, let's carry us to the outro.